if all of my judges are ready,
And the timer?
then let's begin. Dear ladies and menfolk,
Women and gents!
you're people of culture and true common sense.
You know what you know and you like what you like.
Like singing a song or riding a bike.
2-hour symphonies.
Ping pong.
Canoeing.
Poetry.
Football. Ha!
Or yellow snowshoeing.
We like that stuff too.
It's the greatest.
You bet.
And topping the list, Romeo.
And Juliet.
It's Shakespeare's greatest classic.
We can't get enough, but make no mistake, writing that stuff is tough.
The play is just perfect.
Nothing is wrong, except that it's almost 2 hours too long.
We've shortened the play, changed some names, and made it rhyme.
No more of that blank verse. We don't think he'd mind.
A rhyming tetrameters thought quite useful.
And could make the play sound a bit Dr. Seussful. The Seussification of Romeo and Juliet by Peter Blodell, taken from the collection Random Acts of Comedy, edited by Jason Pizzarello.
Verona's the place from where our story is picked.
2 families lived there, and man, were they ticked.
Their ancient grudge match happened before the story.
And rekindled hatred made their feud more gory.
Straight from the loins of those mentioned above, popped Kid 1
and Kid 2, and they fell in love.
Kid 1 and Kid 2 later each took their life
as a result of their parental strife.
So kids, never try this. Forget what you've heard.
We're trained professionals, and we're insured. Excuse me, do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I did bite my thumb. Do you have a quarrel?
No, not yet, only this simple moral. We serve Lord Monotone, as you must know, and monotones have on their bellies an O. Nothing's more fashionable. What could be better?
Nothing, except that you picked the wrong letter. Capitulates all have an X on their tummy, and if you don't have one, you're probably a dummy.
Draw, you be man, you X-bellied fool. Now to my hatred, you've added the fuel.
Enter the Prince Royal and Wise. He's had about all he can take from these guys. A crusader for peace, he stops the fight, and everyone listens because he knows he's right. He pauses and makes the most eloquent speech.
Will you jerks knock it off? I was trying to sleep.
Enter Romeo, kid number 1. As we can see, he's not having much fun.
Show me a mistress that is passing fair, where I may read who passed that passing fair. She is too fair, too wisely too fair. It must be unfair to be passed at the fair, 'cause fairs, they don't care who's passing them rarely. Even the fair will pass rarely but barely. My love is fair, stripped bare and cooked rare, and fair Cupid steals my bliss, so I despair.
Romeo, I know your heart is broken. Because of the matter you've endlessly spoken. I've tried my best to be philanthropic, but cousin, I think you've exhausted the topic. A tether to sadness I think you must cut. Or if you don't, will you please just shut up? This party will cure your broken heart. Go along with me and play your part. Meanwhile, back at the capitulate place, we meet Juliet, full of splendor and grace.
It is I, Juliet, your own dearest mother. I've been called the same by your sisters and brother. I mean to say just what I said when I meant that I am your mother 100%. Juliet, you are to marry young Paris.
I'm not yet 14. Is there any room for doubt?
Well, I married young and look how I turned out. He's so handsome. He's a man of wax. Here is his picture. He sent us a fax. We're having a party and there you can meet him. He's so delicious, you'll just want to eat him. Ooh, hubba, hubba. That girl is a babe, or my name is Dumb Bubba. Please don't think I'm forward, but I think you're hot.
I can't see his face. Is it worth it or not? My monotone alarm just gave the alert. I keep it hidden right here in my shirt. It detects monotones, it's never wrong. This one's flowing where he don't belong.
How can I leave here when she holds my heart? My importantest blood pumping chest body part.
Romeo, baby, oh puff! Wherefore art thou? I just can't get enough. Forsake thy neighbor, I'll forsake mine. But if I forsake mine, there's a $10 fine.
Juliet, you are a pearl of great price. You're just like 2 pearls, only much, much more nice. You might be like 3 pearls, shiny and rare, but 4 pearls, I think I'd be pushing it there. Let's find the preacher. Let's get hitched tomorrow.
Enough of this fighting, this feud, this sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet were now happily married. They both yelled, "Hooray!" and then off they scurried. But all was not well in this neighborhood. Romeo and Tybalt were up to no good. It happened that both of them came to a place where they stopped and they stood nose to nose, face to face.
I am easygoing, Tybalt, I say. You're blocking my path, you're right in my way.
I'm Romeo, I always go west, so you better step aside if you know best.
Didn't you hear the words from my mouth? I won't budge an inch to the north and to the south.
I challenge you then to a bum-balloon battle.
You think you can beat me, huh? Fiddle, fiddle.
What in the world? How did this happen?
You caught me off guard. I was too busy yapping. Ugh.
Romeo has to go skip town or else the prince might find out and put him on the shelf. We see here young Juliet as she thinks and sits.
I'm wife to a banished guy. Man, that's the pits.
Yeah, that's not all, 'cause there's more pits in store. Here come her parents through her bedroom door. Since poor Tybalt's death fills their hearts with sorrow, they're bumping her wedding day up to tomorrow.
This is the double-most pit situation. I'm victim of my father's capitulation. I can't marry parents because I've got a husband. I'm sure that's illegal except in Wisconsin. I need to get help if I talk that I'm sunk. This is a job for old Larry the monk.
Yes, my child.
Gentle monk Larry, I need some assistance. My wedding's tomorrow, despite my resistance. If you recall to Romeo, I'm wed, but they'd have me wed Paris.
Not if you're dead. Listen, I've got a plan, but it takes guts. And you must eat 2 of these death-faking nuts.
How will Romeo know that I'm not really croaked?
I'll send him an email. I'll tell him our joke. In your tomb, when your last tread has been trod, Romeo will sneak in to collect your bard.
I'll take these as soon as evening has come.
And I'll send the email to Romeo.com.
The monk sent an email with details attached, but Romeo didn't get it because his PC crashed. He never learned that Juliet was faking the disaster.
Shucks! Now I can't play double sneech blaster!
Romeo, wait, hear what I say! Juliet's dead, her funeral's today!
Juliet, that name draws a blank. Help me out here, does she work at the bank?
Juliet! She is your own heart's delight! You married her yesterday, she is your wife!
Oh, that Juliet. Yeah, that name rings a bell. Now, what was the message you came here to tell?
She's dead.
Are you kidding me?
No!
How did she die?
No one knows!
It must have been her broken heart that went crack. I'll kiss her one last time. I must now go back. Then I'll consume this authentic death cracker. It'll take me quickly out of the picture. Juliet, honey, to get here I ran. I tripped on a gravestone and fell on my can. I came to give your lips just one last kiss. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna eat this.
Now there's a reason that Romeo's life isn't halting. We switched out his death cracker with just a plain saltine.
We've read this story and it doesn't end pretty.
So we tweaked the plot and made it less gritty.
Juliet awoke from her death grip like slumber.
And overjoyed, Romeo did a dance number.
Now you may have noticed, no one here died.
What? We can't help it if our prologue lied.
But come on, that's no way to end a good play.
Dr. Seuss wanted I'd venture to say.
We hope you've enjoyed this tragic lament,
Because we have enjoyed it 100%.